Alrighty guys, so we're going to be talking about the last bit of notes for the growth and decay. What we're going to be talking about now is compound interest, okay? And so looking at a compound interest, we're going to consider an initial P deposit in an account that pays interest in an annual rate R, okay? And then it's going to be compounded in times per year in the amount A in the account after T years is given, okay? And so that is going to be represented, all that is A is equal to P, which we said was the deposited amount, and then 1 plus, because the idea is that when we put things into an account, they gain interest, they don't lose interest. And then we have our rate at which it grows over the N, which is the number of times a year we gain interest. And then we have it raised to the number of times it gains interest times T years. Alrighty. So, I know that was a mouthful, but let's go ahead and see how this is applicable in actual examples. But we need to understand some different things about when you can gain interest in a year. So, different things is like you can earn interest quarterly. You can earn interest monthly and daily. Now, when you earn interest quarterly, that's 4 times a year, because when you think about quarters, how many quarters does it take to get up to like $1? It would take 4. Monthly, that's going to be 12 because there's 12 months in a year. Daily is 365 because there's 365 days in a year, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at how we would go ahead and address this in an actual real-world example. Taking a look at example number 1, we have you deposit $9,000 in an account that pays 1.46% annual interest. Find the balance after 3 years when the interest is compounded quarterly, okay? So your initial amount, okay, is going to be $9,000, okay? And let me go ahead, let me back up, and let me zoom in so that way I can write more. There we go. So I've got A is equal to 9,000. And then we have our 1 plus, now our R, we said that was going to be 1.46%, right? So that means I've got myself a 0.0146. That's because when I convert it to a decimal, I move it to the left 2 spaces. Now, the N on the bottom we said was quarterly, so that's 4 times a year. Now, I'm going to raise that to the 4 times a year, and the years that I do it across is 3, okay? So when you plug this into a calculator, okay, which let's go ahead and do that. So I've got 9,000. Now I'm going to do 0.0146 divided by 4 first. Now I'm going to add 1, and now I have 1.00365 raised to the 12th power. So now let's raise this to the 12th power. 1 second, got to open up my calculator. And so I get 1.044, so A is equal to 9,000. And then I've got 1.04469. Now multiply those together. So I've got A is equal to $9,402, right? And 21 cents, okay? So that's how much you would get if you were to deposit your money and it increased at 1.46%. That's not half bad. You got an extra $400. Now, let's take a look at another example. It says, find the balance after 3 years when the interest is compounded daily, okay? So now instead of using quarterly, we now have daily. So I have A is equal to 9,000, okay, times 1 plus, now the rate is still the same, so I've got 0.0146 divided by 365. and then I do 365 times 3. All right, so let's go ahead and see what that does to our numbers here. So 0.0146 divided by 365 plus 1. Okay, so that gives me A is equal to 9,000 and then 1.00004. And then, of course, 3 times 365, that's 1,095. So let's raise that number. So 1.00004. It's a lot of zeros. And then raise it to the 1095. So that gives me A is equal to 9,000 times 1.04477. So let's multiply that. So I've got A is equal to $9,402 and then 95 cents. So looking at that right there, you can kind of compare the two now. And so kind of comparing the two, we zoom out, it looks like we got roughly the same amount. I think if you compound it daily, the only difference is maybe it looks like 70 cents roughly, or maybe a little less than that, maybe like 64 cents. So you really didn't earn all that much more. So just looking at the two, it really doesn't matter too much, I guess, for this particular problem if you were to compound it daily or if you were to compound it quarterly. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at another example. So example number 2, it says you deposit $5,000 into an account. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. And it pays 2.25% annual interest for the balance after, or find the balance after 5 years when the interest is compounded quarterly. So A is equal to 5,000. And then you're going to go ahead and do 1 plus now 0.0225 divided by 4, and then we're going to do 4 times 5. So looking at this right here, let me go ahead and break out my handy dandy calculator. I've got 0.0225 divided by 4. Add 1 to that. That gave me 1.0056. So A is equal to 5,000. 0.0056, and then I guess 25. Now 4 times 5, that's just 20. So raise this number to the 20th power, and that gives you this. Gives you 1.11819, and I guess 5, like it keeps going. So let's multiply that by the 5,000, and that gives me A is equal to $5,593, and I'll go ahead and round it up to 60 cents. And there you go. So that's example number 2. Let's take a look at example number 3. So it says you deposit $2,200 in 3 separate bank accounts that each pay 3% annual interest. How much interest does each account earn after 6 years? Okay. So with that, let's take a look. And I'll zoom in probably a lot more so I can have more space. So we have A is equal to $2,200, and we have it increase at 0.03%. And we know that we have 3 separate accounts. So we have one at 4, and then we're going to have one at 12, and then one at 365. So for this one right here, I've got myself 0.03 divided by 4 plus 1. And then, I forgot my 4 times 6 years. So that's going to be 6 times 4 is 24. So raise that to the 24th power. And then times by 2,200. That gives me $2,632, and I guess you could round it to 11 cents. Okay. Then you have yourself a 2,200, 1 plus 0.03 to the 12, or divided by 12, and then you have 12 times 6. So let's go ahead and do that math. 0.03 divided by 12 plus 1, and then 6 times 12, that's 72. So raise this to the 72, times it by 2,200, and you get $2,633 and then 29, I guess, cents. So that's what we have here for this one. Now we have A is equal to $2,200. We got 1 plus 0.03 divided by 365. I don't know why I put that there. There we go. And then we have 365 times 6. Now I'm going to need some more help with that. 365 times 6. That's 2,190. So I'm going to remember that. So 0.03 divided by 365. And then add 1 to that. And then raise this to the 2,190 times 2,200. And that gives me $2,633.87. Okay. So looking at this right here, the problem asked, how much interest did you earn? It didn't ask for like the total amount. It asked, how much money did you make? And so if you were to look at this problem, you would notice that we need to go ahead and take that first box of this $2,632.11. We have to subtract that, okay? We have to subtract 2,200 from it. So, and I guess I'll use different colors. So for the first one, let's see how much I earned. So I have 2,632.11 minus 2,200. I earned $432.11 here. And so then for the next one, I had $2,633.29 minus 2,200. It's going to be a very similar number. So 2,633.29 minus 2,200. That gives me $433.29. And then let's do $2,633.87 minus this. Alrighty, so that gives me 2,633.87 minus 2,200. That gives me $433.87. Okay? And there you go. So that's pretty much all that we're going to be talking about for this, I guess, section, or for this part 2, is being able to calculate the interest and then figure out, on top of the total, and then also try to look at the total and separate, how much you made. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Always happy to help. Hope you guys are doing good. Bye.